Ew.
Phenomenal.
Alright, hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
Fuck yeah.
Okay.
Tori.
Welcome. Tori can say fuck as a treat. Hello, welcome to Show Some Initiative. My name is Julian, I'm the storyteller here, and my pronouns are he, him, or they, them.
I am James. Hi. I have pronouns. I promise you, I have them. I have a certificate and everything.
James just doesn't play a character anymore.
James just here to vibe.
No, I fucked it up.
Nope, too late. Moving on.
Hi, I'm
Got
Jay.
lost in the bit.
Hi, I'm James, and I play Jose, and I definitely have pronouns. I have like a certificate. I could show it to you. Sure.
You know what would be fun? If I left the previous attempt too, and just...
Yes.
That would be funny. By the way, hi, I'm Cookie, and my pronouns are they, them, and I play Patrick.
Patrick.
Hi, I'm Nick. I play Danny. Pronouns are he, him.
Hi, I'm Phil. I play Gabe. My pronouns are he, him.
Hi, my name is Sean. My pronouns are he, him, and I play Theo. And you're watching Disney Channel.
Okay, Sean, it's my turn to use the Mickey Mouse wand.
Oh.
Hi, I'm Tori. I have the Mickey Mouse wand now. My pronouns are she, her, or they, them, and I play Erica.
Can I get one more take at mine as a joke?
Sure.
Hi, I'm James, and I live in fear of what Cookie's gonna do to me in the edit.
You should.
I lose sleep
That's
at night.
not relevant to this episode. It's for all of them.
Yeah.
Just like in general. So, last session, you guys put together a plan in case you run into the fake Gabe and want to make sure if it's real or not. You're gonna use the safe word biscuits and gravy. You also narrowed down whoever might be disguising themselves as Gabe, maybe Tremere or Zamisi, you weren't 100% sure. You told both Tabitha and Tristan about this event, and then went back to Jose's bar, where Danny and Jose had a totally normal round of pool, where there was absolutely no interesting character development. No. Which is
Just a regular round of pool
Yeah, no.
with the homies.
With the
just a
homies.
regular round of pool, not threatening, not condescending, not
homoerotic.
PvP. Not homoerotic. Please don't include this in your fanfiction. I'm kidding, do whatever you want. And Jose took Gabe back to his place for safekeeping, I suppose, and talked with a friend, Valerie, to potentially get some information.
Oh, also Theodore did stuff, but that was...
Yes, and Theodore went back. That was the Chantry, right?
Yep.
Yeah, it's a new night, and you all are going about your routines. What is it like for Gabe to be in a house that isn't his?
I'd say he's a very respectful house guest. He definitely keeps his things. He doesn't want to take up a lot of space, basically. He keeps his things packed up tightly, extremely tidy, only takes out what he needs at the moment and then puts it right back away when it's done. In terms of like how he behaves, I guess, he's probably more... He does a lot of reading. You know, he's very quiet. Obviously, he's trying to stay low, too.
And Jose, how do you feel about having Gabe as a guest?
Jose is just trying to make Gabe's stay here as comfortable as he can, just because he knows, like, people that have been in a situation where they've, like, had to lie low and give up, like, a lot of, like, comforts just for safety. So his job is just, like, making sure Gabe never gets, like, bored or uncomfortable. but is otherwise very on edge just in case something does go down here. He keeps
like what?
Like if someone did actually track them to this location, then he has to
I thought
throw
you meant
down.
like if Gabe refuses to, I don't know, just like refuses to take his shoes off, like he ready to fucking throw down.
No.
If Gabe starts being judgy about the lack of crosses, then
The lack of cross.
Then the gloves come off.
the gloves come off.
Well, damn.
And also because it's almost Halloween in this game, right?
Yes.
So it is getting to the one point in the year in which Jose actually buys groceries.
Oh yeah, that's delightful. So I imagine while you were.
I just connected those thoughts.
Can we have a scene where you guys go to like CVS or Walmart or something late at night and just grab the candy, please?
Yes.
Oh, I was not. He does get candy, but I was talking more. He does still actively participate in Dia de los Muertos, which is right after Halloween.
That's also delightful.
Hell yeah.
So it's like the one time a year he cooks.
Oh, phenomenal. I would love to.
So
Wait,
how is his
can we
cooking
do-
if he only cooks once a year?
It is pretty good. It is just like one of those things where he knows exactly what he's going to cook, so it's like pretty exact.
Yeah, muscle memory.
What's Jose's house kind of layout? What's the aesthetic here?
I think it's
What
like
sort of?
one of those square kind of houses that has like a big courtyard in the center of it, if that makes sense. Like a little outdoor thing where he has like a little like tree of some sort he's growing and like deck chairs and stuff. And I think he spends like a lot of his early evenings there. So that's probably where we're going to have this conversation.
Okay.
Evening.
Howdy.
How is everything? Do you need any like shampoo or anything, or like are the blankets good? I have extras, and
Thank you. I'm set.
of course.
I really have to thank you again for letting me lay up here. It does mean a lot to me.
Of course, I do it for anyone. I've known a lot of people who could have used help like this, and so I've made it my sort of responsibility to give that to people who need it. I feel like you're one person in this group I can trust. Mainly because you don't seem like one to lie or have a lot of the outward motivations that some of our group seem to harbor.
Well, I mean, that's one way of putting it.
Certainly. The other night I said how I knew Tristan. Said he was a Sabbat defector who went with the Anarchs and all that jazz.
Yeah.
That was not the truth. Tristan is someone who's very powerful and in a bit of trouble with this area, but has a good chance of subverting our good friend Tabitha if things go right. And in theory, if we were to help get him back in power, he might be more willing to let go of the fact that you were born in his domain without knowing. He'd owe you a pretty big favor after that.
Well, hold on. So, are you telling me that Tristan used to be the prince here?
I can neither confirm nor deny that at this point in time.
Well, why would... Okay, some of the others I get that like they're new to the area. I mean, okay, Danny has just come in from New York. But surely good as some of the others would recognize a former prince, right? How long ago was this?
Yeah, he was deposed about a year ago when Tabitha took over. The reason I think a lot of people aren't expecting... Well, a lot of people assume that Tristan died. In fact, I was kind of under that assumption because usually when a prince gets deposed, they don't exactly go on living. And in fact, I believe Tabitha believes that Tristan is who he is. And that's why she's sending us in. But when it comes down to it, the ideals and people that Tristan believe in are the kind of ideals and people I think should be in power. Tabitha, like I said, runs with the old bloods, the very old, very humanityless members of our kind. And they don't really care about cost of kind or kindred life, and are often a little bit genocidal, and I can't stand by and let them hold too much power if I can help it.
Sounds like you're fighting a good fight, then. Why are you telling me this? Why now?
Because the sooner you know, the sooner we can start planning things. I think I can turn four of the others to our side. The big sticking point's gonna be Danny, I think. But
He does strike me as a loyalist.
But moreover, I want you to know all the options you have with dealing with your problem. Wouldn't want you specifically hanging out in the dry when there could be something you could be doing to help save yourself.
As someone who's more experienced with the comings and goings of the politics here, how open, knowing now what you've shared with me, how open should I be with Tristan about this whole situation? Should I sit on the situation with my sire, I should say?
I would say keep as quiet as you can about it. If we get him in power, he owes us a lot. And if he thinks we're just helping him to get something out of it, he's less likely to accept our help. But if we make it seem like we're doing the right thing, I think he's going to be in a much better mood to help us out.
That's a good point. So for now, we plan on keeping up the parallel lives?
It's the only way to get enough information on both sides. And besides, if we start straying too far, Tabitha's gonna realize something's up, so...
Well, it
Yeah.
feels dangerous either way.
That's kind of the deal with being a kindred, isn't it?
I guess I'm realizing that now more than ever before.
Yeah, you got the short end of the proverbial stick with this one. But anyway, we should get to the bar. We don't want to keep people waiting.
Yeah. You want to drive or should I drive?
I'll drive.
Alright.
You all meet up at Jose's bar. And
The last resort.
yeah, last resort.
Resort.
What is your plan for this evening?
How long do we have until we have to be at our jobs?
I would say a couple hours. You have some time to dig around if you need. What's the situation? What's the ambiance between? What's the ambiance between Danny and Jose this lovely evening? Because last night you guys had a pretty intense discussion.
Yeah, what are the vibes, yo?
What's the ambiance?
What's the ambiance here?
like?
I think Jose is just going to be kind of his usual self around Danny. Kind of wait to see how he reacts before he makes any moves.
Yeah, I think it's just, like Danny's very like all about business. Like I think it's a case of basically, I told you my bit exactly. Ball's in your court, right?
Mm-hmm.
I told you my bit. Please respond.
Oh boy.
Fuck! I showed you my moral values. Please respond.
I bared my soul to you. Please respond.
Scene 2 a.m.
Oh no! Oh, that stings. That fucking stings. That's a deep cut.
No, it's Jose just saying, "K."
Oh no, that's even worse.
God.
10 hours later, okay.
Because at 2 a.m. it's like, okay, maybe they're just really tired and need some time to think at it. Seeing K is just like, fuck you.
Oh, I said 2 a.m. because they're vampires. Who
Oh,
stays
yeah.
up till 2 a.m.?
Good one, Tori.
Y'all know I do. I literally do it just to talk to y'all.
Yes.
And we
Yes,
love
it's
that.
very sweet.
Yeah.
We have those 3 names to look into. It's probably our biggest bet right now for the Gabe problem.
Boy, Gabe's not a problem. Gabe has a problem.
No, but we have a Gabe problem. There's an infestation of Gabes. There's too many
Yeah,
Gabes.
we should.
Too many games.
This is
I
a
thought
bit
there
that we
were
have
one
to
many
cut.
games.
I suppose there's one too many Gabes.
There you go.
There's not enough games, I'd say.
Hey, I think
This is
Theo's
Theo's
been
announcement
cloning
that he's
Gabe.
changing his name.
Hey guys, I got a new name.
Oh
Your
shit.
name just dropped.
Oh my
Hi,
god.
everyone.
It's bad.
Really?
Oh, they know.
Holy shit!
What?
They know they
The
found me.
motorcycle.
Oh my god.
The motorcycle from Show Some Initiative is back.
It knows.
Sean, please enlighten our listeners who the motorcycle is, just in case we keep this.
So there's this person that I swear got a motorcycle, is just driving it up and down the street at night. And I thought it was every Sunday, but you know what? Maybe it's every night. Who knows? Or that was just one particularly loud car. Who knows?
We cannot escape
I need to
motorcycle man.
move my recording room from the room next to the street. Holy shit.
Oh man, I just imagine this like loser 19-year-old with nothing better to do than ride his motorcycle around the street and look cool. I've known those 19-year-olds.
to
I
be
live in the
that.
country.
So I'm assuming it's kind of a bit of an awkward air here between the two of you.
Certainly. Where we're both just kind of like, we've both kind of like laid out our hands and we're just waiting to see what's going to happen afterward.
Yeah, see who makes their move first.
I think we're all in Jose's office, probably not just in the bar proper. So Jose is
Yes.
going
More
to
private.
finally try to look at the footage.
Yeah.
Hey!
Okay. Moment of truth.
Moment
So,
of truth.
I
Yes.
imagine that everyone kind of positions themselves wherever they
Around
want in the room, but particularly Danny and Theo are like right behind Jose, if
Cool.
not like within where they can see the monitor perfectly.
I also need to share what I found later.
So,
During the session that
would-
you and I had, Julian.
yeah, would you care to do that now before Yeah, like Jose is booting up the computer, plugging in the flash drive, and does Theo chime in with anything they found recently?
Yes. So, I've gone to my chantry and talked to people about our suspects. Osmodius Carter Wilkinson, the Samices, found, less about him because, well, not directly a
Not
Tremere,
part of your
but
clan. Yeah.
no, but I did find that he's a contortionist at the circus. Like, he works there.
Well, maybe we ought to get a little closer to some of our circus cohorts.
Yeah. Especially Danny and... Oh boy. Danny and Jose, it wouldn't be a bad idea to approach him, maybe, about this. And then... Sorry, I have to gather my notes.
It's all right, Theo. I really like your little notebook.
Thank you. Thank you. Melanie Roberts is... She's got a very curated online life. I found a photo of her at the circus about 7 months ago. So there could be a connection there. I couldn't find anything about Jay Morgan, at least online, but, well. Yeah, kindred.
Did you get anything specific about the Tremeres from your chantry?
I wasn't able to get anything from chantry. Bit rude to ask about. Sorry.
Oh, not to say you couldn't, find them in the circus and try to persuade them or anything, but typically it's not information that you just volunteer unless you are bragging about some sort of cool shit that you accomplished recently to try to make others jealous.
Wasn't able to get anything this time. However, I also looked up... Jesus Christ. I need to learn all y'all's names someday.
You looked up
Gabe.
Jesus Christ?
I looked up Jesus Christ.
Gabe.
He's been to the circus, guys.
I'm gonna say this once. Is Jesus a vampire? Is that why he rose again?
Oh my god, it all makes sense now.
Oh my
Pastor,
god.
can you explain?
Please. I can't do this. Okay. I was able to look up Gabe's sire, Amelia Laurel. Found that she's moved back recently.
I don't like that.
Yeah, give me some time and I can narrow down where she is exactly. Oh, also, Erica, this is for you I got this from the chantry. It's about aspects and it tells you what all the colors mean. I just thought between, kindred who have aspects, this would be helpful to you.
Oh, that's wonderful. Thank you, Theodore.
Yeah.
Is it like a little book or something? Or?
It is a small pamphlet
It's a small
describing
pamphlet. It's like a little
the
school
colors
cheat
of
sheet.
aspects. Yes, it is a school cheat sheet describing the colors of auras and what they mean.
Oh, this is wonderful. If only I wasn't colorblind. I'm just kidding.
Oh my god!
Plot twist.
God!
Oh my
Sorry!
Wait, are we making that canon? Are we making that canon?
She just walked that back, but...
Aw, damn it.
Oh, don't worry, lad. I'm just pulling your leg. This is wonderful. We're going to be able to see what their soul color is.
Their soul color? Is that
Yeah, I could read your thoughts.
I think that's a Prince album.
Oh my gosh. Oh my
I
god.
can't stand you guys. I love you all.
The prince of where?
Paisley Park.
We'll catch you up on that later.
Oh my. Oh.
Well, he's the artist formerly known as Prince, but that's besides the point.
Oh,
The
what's he
artist
called
who is
now?
formerly the prince? Wait, what?
Artist formerly known as
Valencia?
Prince. Yeah. Fuck.
You started
Wait,
this.
wait. If he used to be called the prince, then what do they call him now?
Tristan.
I didn't know he signed.
My God.
It's just a random punk at the bar.
I
like,
believe
gets lost
Julian
looking for the
gave me
bathroom.
an adapter at the end of last episode.
Yes.
Wait, did I really?
Oh,
Yes.
yeah,
Yes.
Julian's not a demigod. He's a punk kid that, like, Jose knows or something.
Yeah. Who gave me
Oh, yeah,
an
yeah,
adapter
sure.
to put my phone into my CD player.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Fuck.
Was he like, okay,
Oh my
boomer?
god. Oh no.
Oh boy.
We really are incapable of making this serious. God.
God.
Hey, it's
sure
okay.
it'll
That
come
just,
eventually.
when the serious moments hit, then they'll
They
hit
hit
hard.
harder.
It's fine.
Yeah.
Speaking
So-
of which, I feel like we've been putting off Jose looking at the footage for a bit.
Yes.
What? No. Putting up? We never do that.
You plug in the flash drive, open it up, and Theodore is just kind of making casual banter, just hanging out. And Jose, you open up the video file, and your computer comes back with cannot open, saying that something seems to be corrupted.
Fuck.
Well, you still have the server, right? You can see on the computer.
I mean, yeah, it should still be on here, so I'll just pull up the raw footage.
You pull up the raw footage, or at least you try to, but it's gone. And not only that, almost everything else on your computer seems to be gone too. All of your files, all of your pictures, everything. It's like it's a new computer.
This is bad.
I fucking say it's bad.
That's pretty fucking bad.
You have a backup anywhere? You like one of those cloud things?
What the hell's the problem?
Someone wiped my computer.
What?
What
White?
does that mean it's
The
clean?
entire computer?
Someone cleaned it for you?
They took all the files off of it.
There's no information in it anymore.
Who could have fucking gotten in and done that?
I don't know what's your security system like.
I have the only key for this office.
I meant more
I mean-
online, you know, like in those hacker movies,
Fuck.
like
You should,
Swordfish or whatever.
I mean, fuck.
You
Do the employees have keys? Maybe somebody could have swiped it off of them.
Not for this office. I'm the only one who has it, and it's a pretty good lock. And I would have been able to see if it had been jimmied or anything.
No,
I
I
think we're
don't.
looking over my movie hacker suggestion too quickly.
Look, yes, someone could have hacked in. I
That's
thought
not how that
the
works,
fact that I
Kyle.
had 2 armed guards and a big bulky lock on this door would be enough to keep people from getting inside of it. And it's not even like super connected to the internet. It's all intranet. It's all just wired here. Someone would have had to access this console in order to delete all of that.
Even if it was, they can't hack into your computer through the internet while it's off.
Yes, precisely.
Oh, can they? Okay.
Theo,
know
aren't
enough.
you one of them cybermancers?
It's Technomancer.
Technomancer, I sleep. Cybermancer, woke.
Can
That's
you do
my
anything?
new title now, though. I've
Yeah,
been saying-
I don't claim to know a lot about this kind of stuff, but is it possible? Is it an internet connected computer? Is it possible someone could tapped into it that way?
Well, like I said, I shut it off every night, even if it was.
Well, you shut
an
it
internet
off
thing.
every night, but it's still on for various periods of time.
When's the last
Yes,
time you
but-
used it and you saw the files there?
The night I.
Because if we can establish a time frame for when this happened, might be helpful.
Theo was the last one to use it while we were interrogating that guy. There must have been files on there because Theo looked through them.
What, 2 nights
So
ago?
it had to have happened last night, conceivably.
So we have that time since Theo saw the footage, which was okay at the moment, until you turn off the computer when we leave.
So someone would have had to have gotten back in after that.
Well, either that or the, internet hacky going into the mainframe or whatever thing.
The thing is, like, we're...
How annoyed is Theo at what Patrick is saying?
I'm slightly annoyed. And I know you're not. I know you're trying your hardest to be, but it's like, oh my god.
Would have had to probably have been Kindred.
I mean,
How do you figure that?
I think we're gonna assume it was Kindred. It just, why your computer? Why right now? And
Why does it have to be Kindred? I mean, if anybody, whoever's got the ones who've got the motive the most are humans, hunters.
Yeah, but, once again, I had 2 people working the bar last night. If a hunter had come in and tried to do something, they would have noticed. So it would have been had to...
Danny raises an eyebrow at that. I think you give kind too little credit, especially hunters. Some of them are very skilled.
Yes, but here's the thing. There were 2 people there last night. There's one entrance into the bar, one at the back, and this door can be seen from the bar, and the only 2 people last night were here to guard it. So either we have a fucking video game character hunter capable of sneaking past all of that, or someone with the power to fucking wipe memories and get in and out unnoticed. Now, I may not be the greatest mathematician, but I think I know where I'm placing my bets.
Julian, may I check the computer?
Now, could it be a
okay.
werewolf?
Oh, I thought you said no to me, and I was like, okay.
okay, Phil.
I was like,
Phil's DM
I don't
now.
know. I don't know if Gabe has any idea if werewolf. Does Gabe think werewolves actually exist?
I think Gabe has heard people mention
like,
werewolves, but
yeah.
he's still not 100% sure if it's like a werewolf, like in like a Wolfman thing, or if it's something else entirely. Because obviously
Yes.
not all vampires are like Dracula.
Yeah. So in that case, Danny just like shakes his head. Nah, no way it'd be a lupine. None of them have any abilities like this. Besides, there's no mirrors anywhere around here anyway.
Wait, what? Mirrors? What are you talking about mirrors for?
They can powerful ones can hop through mirrors. It's a whole thing.
Oh god,
They can
that's
hop
terrifying.
through what? Anyway, I think we're moving past that. A bit
It's all some spiritual spirit world mumbo jumbo. We ain't got time for that. Anyway,
Look, I will give you a crash course on werewolves and fairies and wizards later. That we have more pressing matters.
Yes, if you look at this Wikipedia here,
Oh, can I
believe
attend?
it's called Nicopedia. It's very informational. I will bring this bit up every chance I get.
Theodore fucking shattering the fucking
I think
shattering
this
the
lad
fourth
knows a
wall.
lot about vampires.
If anyone should, I think it should be Theo.
Okay, I will say, how about Nicopedia in this universe is a conspiracy theorist blog where he gives a rundown on everything that he thinks. And the weirdest thing is that it's almost always true. There are a few bits where it's like, maybe not, no. But he's pretty much always dead on, and there have been multiple investigations launched on this guy to see if he's like part of the masquerade, or like if he's broken into the masquerade or
And
anything.
he's just some
and he's
stoner.
not. He's not. He's just like that.
All right.
It's just a real Doug Forsett from The Good
Yeah,
Place.
I
where
was
it's
gonna
like
say it's like
100%.
a real Doug Forrest situation.
Done
at
my
hand.
job.
You've done your job.
Anyways,
go.
about looking at this computer, Julian.
What about like? Yes, if you would like to
Because-
try to.
I'm pretty sure I did not do this.
Now I would, not like to jump to conclusions.
Yeah, I will say. Like, Theodore-
I've gotten my fair share of unusable files. God knows I break every computer I touch. But
Oh jeez.
Like-
the
Please
fact
stay
that
away
the
from my
fact that
computers then.
Yeah.
the fact that we've lost, like, this happened the night where the footage was recorded, and also your backup copy of the footage is lost is just seems off, It seems targeted.
It does seem targeted, but I don't know. It doesn't seem likely that someone would have gotten to where my hard drive was, let alone know where it was. The only
Yeah,
people
but
who knew
I
we
do
had it
agree
was
with
in our
Mr.
group.
Rose that the motive seems square on Hunter's shoulders. Maybe keeping us from seeing the face of the one that got away or something.
But once again, it would have been impossible for a hunter to get in.
What if they're really good with computers?
Theo, if you would like to take a look, peruse through this,
I would.
try to piece together things that may have happened, I would put this under intelligence plus computer.
That is 5 dice.
Yeah, and I will say, Nick, actually, I would say, Nick, I would say, okay, how about, okay, one thing. She goes to YouTube once. Okay, so with everything that's happening, I'll go ahead and say, Theo, Nick brings up a good point here. You can kind of square away that Danny has something to do with this because he asked you to wipe the same footage. So when you, there's a moment where you kind of glance over at him and your eyes meet and he just kind of gives you a very curt, very quick nod that's almost imperceptible to anyone else. So you can kind of piece together that this is probably Danny in some way, shape, or form.
Okay.
So when you sit down at this computer, this is what do you think Theo would be looking for? Like, who did it, how it was done? Or are you just gonna try to be like, oh yeah, I'm gonna help, and then proceeds to fuck it up worse somehow? Delete system 34, or 32,
I don't think
or
I need
30,
to delete
whatever.
more things.
Now that's the colossal fuck up is you somehow delete system 34 despite not existing.
I don't know computer. Listen,
I've
I know there's a
deleted
32,
Rule
and I know that
34
there's a
from the
34.
internet. It's gone now.
Good.
Also, here's my roll.
I don't know of a 34 besides Rule 34.
Well, no. There's no. Am I thinking of System 32 then?
There's System 32.
Yes, you are.
I know that there's a 32 and I know that there's a 34 and I get them mixed up. It's fine.
Maybe you're thinking of 64-bit systems.
Probably. I know jack about shit.
You're good. You're good.
Rude.
No,
Also-
that's fine. I know jack about shit and I'm happy with that.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You're good about, like,
But do you know shit about Jack?
Listen,
I know more about Jack than I
my
would like
greatest
to.
fear playing as Theo is that I will say something and later down the line in the future I will listen to this podcast and be like, that's not how that works, you fucking idiot.
see,
Oh,
that's
it's
why I'm
fine.
playing Patrick, whose computer expertise amounts to, oh, I went to delete internet, so I delete my internet access, so I just move the Google Chrome shortcut to the trash can, and I think I've deleted the program.
Sean, I'm playing a doctor.
Solidarity.
They make a good point.
Theo, when you're doing this, what are you looking for? Are you, as I said, are you looking to figure out who did it, how it was done, or are you just trying to look like you're helping without actually helping?
I assume it's Danny, right?
Yes.
Okay. I would like to see how. I don't know, did he just
I mean,
delete
professional
everything
curiosity and all that.
Okay, so looking through this, it is a very thorough wipe. You can't find any trace of what has been done here. So, considering what you know about computers, this would have had to be done pretty quickly and very efficiently, probably through some sort of program, I'm assuming, virus even. You think whoever did this would have to be very specialized in computers. Especially considering the time frame and how quickly they got in and out.
Does he get an idea if this was done remotely or physically on the computer?
No, there doesn't seem to be a trace of anything that could give that away.
Well, I'm not sure how this was done, but sorry, all the words that you just said to me just left my brain.
God, that's valid.
It was done quickly and efficiently.
Yes, by someone who knows what they're doing, probably through a program or a virus, but you can't tell if it was uploaded remotely or in person.
It looks like it was done through some virus or some program, but I mean, I don't know. It was done really quickly. Don't know if it was done here or there's just no trace here. I don't know if it's recoverable, my dude. Actually, it's probably not. Sorry about your finances.
I have physical hard copies.
Smart.
Yeah, that's...
Sorry about your tax returns.
Danny, you have friends in the Nosferatu. Do you think you could look into that? See if they had anyone?
Danny nods. Yeah, definitely. I could hit him up.
Thank you.
Absolutely won't hit them up. We'll do the opposite.
We'll hit them
It
down.
just comes back to us. Yeah, no, they couldn't find anything. It was weird.
Well, then it would just... I feel like that would just lead to a spiral of like, oh, it's... Definitely, if even the Nosferatu couldn't figure it out, then it had to have been someone in the Nosferatu.
The conspiracy deepens.
Exactly.
Well, that is bad. Very bad.
Because that
Hey, well,
also
Julian's
means-
not here. Julian didn't say that. Julian has nothing to do with this.
I will say that does mean, Jose, there's a hunter out there that knows exactly where your bar is.
Once again, I don't think it's hunters, but I'll consider it.
No. I mean, there's a hunter that got away.
This
and
is
now
true.
we have no way to track him down.
Yeah.
So now there's a hunter out there that knows exactly where you... Well, at least where you work. I don't think you sleep here.
Nope. Well, I regret taking this job with every fiber of my goddamn being.
And we're just getting started, my dude.
Well, unfortunately, it's too late for moaning now. So let's get moving.
Yeah.
We can pan out, see, try to figure out anything we can. Then we'll meet at the circus. Sound like a plan?
Sounds good.
Alright, so who's doing what then?
Before everybody leaves to the circus, Erica's gonna pull Theodore aside and just go, Theodore,
Yes.
do you think my Mr. Rogers playlist had anything to do with this? Did I make the computer sick?
Oh!
No. No. What?
You're sure?
What playlist?
The Mr. Rogers that I played for Isaac.
No,
From the used tubes.
That's not possible. That
All
would be
right.
it would be incredibly impressive if that did happen. But no. That wasn't it whatsoever.
All right. Thank you. You're giving me peace of mind.
Oh my gosh.
Glad.
So,
Glad.
before you all go to the circus, what would you like to do? You have a little bit of time to kill. You could probably look into one or two things.
Jose's gonna go question the two workers he had on last night to see if they remember anything weird.
Okay. You said your bar has two entrances, one in the back, one at the front?
Yeah, like a stage entrance and a back entrance. And maybe an extra one. I don't know how fire safety laws work.
You know what? Valid.
It is a
I know that-
bullshit code, and that's what matters.
Wait, okay, hold up.
Probably another exit in through the kitchen, so maybe 3 or 4 ways in, but the office is right by the bar.
You know about as much about fire safety as I do about first aid requirements.
At least 2 exit routes must be available to permit quick evacuation of employees and other occupants in the event of an emergency.
Okay.
I think Jose would have gone with 4 just for safety. That leaves, 4 different exit options.
Okay. Jose, could I please get a perception plus empathy here to read your workers and see if you can tell if they're lying or not?
Of course. And that's Ob 6, right?
Yes. This is so-
Perception plus empathy
It's
is...
among us right now. There's an imposter amongst us.
Oh no.
1 success.
One success?
Is that
You...
enough?
Wouldn't you like to know? Well, I mean, you will know. But you question the workers in particular, the 2 of them who are working at the bar, and they report back that they had not seen anyone coming through the main entrance who moseyed over to your office. So that does narrow it down at least, and with your 1 success, you feel fairly confident in them. Not 100%, because it's like, oh, it was busy, maybe they just slipped in when no one was looking. But they're like, oh yeah, no, it wasn't super busy, because our shifts were here to here, and we didn't, just basically trying to reassure you. And while you do trust them, there's like a little bit of doubt. But I think that might just be Jose being paranoid that his entire fucking shit got wrecked.
Yeah.
So it's like, maybe, I don't know. Lots of doubt here. Or moderate amount of doubt here.
Good to know.
Would anyone
Some
else
trout.
like to...
Just a little bit
Would
of
anyone else press X to doubt, but only a little bit?
Yeah, just a
Would-
little slight tap.
Just
Tap.
a little X, as a treat. Okay, would anyone else like to do anything? I imagine between Danny and Theo's deal going off without a hitch and Gabe knowing that his more or less
Oh, yeah,
ex
no hitch
kind of is
whatsoever.
back in town.
X? Okay.
No, like, I mean,
That's one way to say that.
his ex-sire. There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's what Julian meant.
Yeah, sure. Patrick and Erica, what are your thoughts on the situation, actually?
No thoughts, head empty.
As you're assuming that Patrick has thoughts. Yeah, I was gonna say.
Erica's gonna go up to Patrick and kind of be like, What do you think? Do you think someone broke in? I don't know much about computers, but
Yeah, no, listen, I will readily admit my expertise in computers amounts to watching late night television. You know, catching whatever movies are at cable. But I do think it has something to do with what happened the night we got accosted by the hunters. It's too close to the event for it to be anything else.
you don't think Isaac had anything to do with it, do you?
I don't want to think he I don't want to think he had anything to do with it. You know, he did sound like just a kid who worked at Walmart, but honestly, he's pretty much the person who would have been in the best position to do anything.
Actually, now that that's brought up, I think Erica would probably approach Jose and ask about where Isaac's been.
Yeah, Patrick will go with you.
Sounds good.
The Adventures of Patrick and Erica. Yes.
Yes.
To my knowledge, he filled out his start paperwork and then left.
So he hasn't
Does
come
that
back.
line up with what the people working there said?
Yes, they haven't reported any other employees coming in or out either until it was like time for their shift.
Right.
I
Well, he is in theory the only member of the group besides the one that got away who would want It could be. But the problem is I don't think he has the expertise to do what he did, and besides, the people saw him last night. If you snuck back in, that'd be fairly obvious. It would have had to have been the guy that got away, most likely, since we never saw his face.
I think this may be a question for Theodore, but can't a virus work on a timer? You know, be delayed action. He was alone here, tied up, yes, but he could still, you know, plug in a flash drive, maybe.
Here's the thing, it could be Julian from the information that I could think, I don't know.
You're
it could be like a
asking
thing
what
that's
now?
blocking the server. About, I mean, are you guys asking me at this point? Or is this you speculating? Because
I think at the moment we're speculating. We might bring it
okay,
up with you. But
then ignore me.
never.
Sorry.
You're doing great.
Thank you.
I mean, it's not like I don't have my fair share of people who don't like me.
yeah, but
Looks
why-
over at
if-
Danny.
Listen, if they wanted to do something to you, why go after you're fine? Like, it just seems like a poorly planned move. If that, yeah, if the objective was to ruin you or harm you, you know.
What I was more so implying there is that there might have been people more willing to do a job like that because they don't like me.
Ah, okay, yes, understandable. Have a nice day.
Yeah. Evening, but
Stop. Get out of here
Yeah.
with your facts.
we do not have enough pieces, and that is because they destroyed any piece of meaningful information we had on it. Luckily, there wasn't anything important on there besides that bit of footage. So, not much. A lot.
Listen, I freely admit I may not be the smartest, but if the only thing important was that bit of footage, it seems like if we want to find out why or who, we need to think on who would benefit from that footage being gone. Because it seems that it was... I may be leaping to conclusions, but
I mean,
I think the hunters tried to wipe that out.
in a very literal sense, the hunters are only in a legal bind if they shoot up a place. They don't. In theory, all of us have an advantage by that footage being destroyed, because there's at least some footage of us doing things only vampires can do, and that can be pretty powerful blackmail to the right people.
But they might not. They didn't know that. I mean, the only two hunters that were up were hunters that didn't know, didn't see us do anything strange.
Alternatively,
Yes.
if someone were to release that footage, one of the people that did do something inherently vampiric was Gabe. He healed his wounds.
Yeah, I was about to say.
If, say, it was our good friend trying to ruin Gabe's unlife, they now have footage of someone breaking Masquerade, in theory.
And they
ruin our footage of it, so we can't go to them first.
Yeah.
and they would be powerful enough to have connections that could mean.
That is, so yeah, the two are the hunters, or this is more shenanigans with Gabe's sire.
Sire.
Or one of us, but all of our movements are entirely accounted for.
Yeah, that's right.
Well, I can be pretty sure it wasn't Erica or Patrick in that case.
We're the only ones talking to you right now. It's kind of weird of you to phrase it like that. We're literally all three alone right now.
Oh, I'm really glad you can eliminate me. I was getting real suspicious of myself.
Maybe I was the culprit that I didn't know it.
This reads like a SpongeBob bit. Like, no, it was me, the person I expected least the whole time.
Here's a list of people that we suspect that it could be. Erica, you're on this list. I know. I don't know where I've been for. We don't have an alibi. I've been trailing myself for the past 3 weeks.
I mean, to be fair,
Quote I need to go dig up now.
Yeah,
Fucking
that's
Mega
definitely
Mind.
SpongeBob.
my
doing
name
great.
is Patrick, so connection, coincidence? I
Oh my
don't think so.
gosh.
I had a thing, and I've lost it.
Oh god.
Oh no, I'm sorry.
Oh no.
Too many bits. Too many bits.
Oops, all bets. Okay, so what else? Anything? Did Gabe, Danny, Theo?
Well, yeah, I was gonna point out, they also have footage of me and Danny feeding, so... I...
Yeah, if they have that, we're fucked 3 ways from Sunday.
So now we're going against possibly a powerful Ventru with, important connections and evidence of 3 of us breaking the masquerade. Well, evidence in quotations. We technically didn't break the masquerade. Everyone that was here was on the know, but,
This is still pretty bad, but none of it's bad in an actionable way, unfortunately.
I mean, more questions for Miss Laurel if we manage to track her down, I guess.
Hi there! Thank you so much for joining us today on Show Some Initiative. This is Tori, and I'm going to be joining you for our little ad break. First of all, we'd like to thank Tabletop Audio for providing us with great background music and sound effects. You can check out their library at tabletopaudio.com. And we'd also like to thank each and every one of you for tuning in to listen to Show Some Initiative. You can find us on any podcatching platform, including Spotify, Google Podcast, Apple Podcast, Podbean, and we're also on YouTube. If you enjoy our content, then we would really appreciate it if you could leave a comment or a review and subscribe on your podcatcher of choice. Those comments are especially important because they help us rise in the ranks on certain podcast platforms and make it a little more likely for people to find us. And if you do leave a comment, we might just read it here on the podcast. Like this lovely comment from Evangelina on YouTube. Evangelina commented, "Will we ever get to know James's pronouns ever?" Now that is an excellent question that I'm sure has an answer. If you'd like to keep up to date with our podcast, you can follow us on Twitter at Show Initiative and on Instagram and Tumblr at Show Some Initiative. There you'll find updates on our latest episodes, as well as our occasional off-week bonus episodes. So far we've got Nicopedia and Records from Monte Casino, both of which have episodes up now in our podcast feed. And finally, before I go, I just really wanted to encourage you guys to share this podcast with your friends, whether it's through sharing on social media or just telling people about it. Every bit helps and every bit is appreciated. Now, have a stretch, take a drink of water, and we'll get back to Show Some Initiative.
Everyone gets to the circus all right, safe and sound. No one's on your tail quite yet, thankfully.
Whew.
So you all step out and kind of agree to split up.
We go to our
Theo
lockers.
and Jose.
We go to our lockers, put our weapons away.
Theo and Jose, you are going to go see Osmodius, who is known to be one of the more popular contortionists at this circus. That's kind of his attraction.
Yes.
So you come up to a funky-looking tent, and it seems to be almost like an exaggeration of a tent. Like, it seems to be bending at a weird angle with funky-looking supports and patterns, and it definitely follows the idea of a contortionist. A tent being bent so weird, and you step in, and on a platform, just kind of idly stretching almost, even though you kind of know there's no real need for him to, is Osmodius Carter Wilkinson. He is a man who looks to be in his late 30s with dark brown skin and salt and pepper hair, and there's just a fancy looking goatee. Dapper looking man. And he currently has on a very fancy looking suit that looks to be very form-fitting, but also very comical. Funky patterns, colors, there's even some iridescent fabric going on there. Very fascinating. He sees you come in, and he looks a little confused, but gives you a curt nod and continues stretching.
You're Asmodeus, right?
Yes, I am. How can I help you?
I'm kind of new to the circus, and my sword swallower made a bit of a mistake last night, and I was wondering if you would maybe be willing to help sub in with me. We also have some questions for you, but that was kind of the main concern.
Oh, yes, the sword swallower. Yeah, he's been making the rounds here in the gossip, as the kids say. He does a fancy flip from his podium that he's kind of standing on down to meet you guys,
Impressive.
I suppose that I could help you out, but he turns to Theo and kind of points at you, eyeing you up and down. You don't seem one to be, he does like a little hand gesture, like a little sparkles, jazz hands almost. You know. Pardon my curtness.
Is he jazz hands, you know?
How dare you? Sorry, finish your thought.
He just said, pardon my curtness, but you don't really seem to be the kind of person to do stage magic.
I didn't hear the last bit.
So he's asking what your deal is.
Oh, yeah, no, I'm more the behind the scenes kind of dude. I'm just here with Jose for... I'm just here with Jose to, also ask questions.
Questions over what, exactly? I'll answer to the best of my ability.
I'm also going to change it up because I think if I go on that strongly, he might freak out.
Yeah.
We're looking for someone who can, how do I put this? Maybe match someone's description for a trick I'm planning. And Tristan seemed to imply that you're one of the people that might be able to pull off something like that. Change appearances and whatnot.
When you say that, he kind of does an exasperated eye roll, kind of huffs. I've told Tristan once, I've told him 1,000 times. While I can do the whole flesh crafting, I'd really rather not, but he straightens his posture. If it's for the good of the circus, I would be more than happy to give it a try.
Wait, what did you... Okay.
What's up, Sean?
This is not Kurt. It's fine. I'm just having flashbacks to Cyberpunk. But it's okay.
Flesh crafting. I was working under the assumption you might have known something in the realm of obfuscate, like illusionary sort of stuff. Not quite full-on flesh crafting.
Yeah, the more
if I'm being honest.
Illusory type
Well,
of disguise, not physical. Physical. I don't know if I...
Well, he starts to walk kind of towards the curtain, gesturing for you guys to follow him. I am a firm believer that if you're going to do anything, you're going to do it correctly. There's no room for potential errors with magic, and he kind of rolls his eyes yet again, and he doesn't seem to like it all that much, I guess, as a concept. I see no need to mess with such things, especially since they could end poorly. I prefer, if you're going to do something like that with your disguise, just go ahead and commit to the bit. And he just kind of pauses. Is that what they say these days?
Yeah.
I think I've heard it once or twice. Maybe. I'm not exactly caught up to current slang either, if I'm being honest.
I'm glad I'm not the only elder one here. Tristan may have the generations, but he certainly doesn't have the experience, at least not yet.
Certainly.
He sighs and shrugs.
Jeez, I have no room for the notes here. Hold on.
So, where is your tent, and do you have any other questions about your performance that I could help with?
Yeah, I wanted to ask about the time frame of, when Jose and Danny's act was, where Osmodeus was. If I remember a time or something about it. Okay, my mouse works.
Yeah, you could give the approximate time. ahead and ask that in character, I suppose. You all are walking currently towards Jose's tent for the evening, and Osmodeus, while he is walking ahead of you guys, he consciously tries to correct himself and move back to kind of be in step with you two.
How long have you been with the circus?
Oh, I've been with the circus for probably about 6 months now. It's been a delightful time. I knew Tristan briefly before, but since he reached out and offered me a position here, I gladly accepted. Besides, being a Zemisi in such a Camarilla-heavy society, you tend to get some funny looks, even if you have changed sides. He kind of looks a little dejected at that.
I can imagine.
As an independent...
Go ahead.
As an independent trying to make my way in this city, I can definitely sympathize.
Well, how long have you been here for?
The city, handful of decades. The circus, a couple of nights. But like I said, I met Tristan a couple of years back and did some work with him.
His eyes kind of glint at that. So you remember Tristan back when he was... He kind of trails off and gives you a knowing look.
In different lines of work, yeah.
Oh, I do miss those days. But he continues forward. No time to look at the past or whatever he says these days. Did you guys introduce yourselves to him? You did, right?
I don't know if we did.
I don't remember.
Like, vaguely, and like...
I think he knows who Jose is because of the gossip that's been going around of the sword swallowing, but he definitely doesn't know who Theo is. He turns towards Theo. Friend, what all do you do here at the circus? You said behind the scenes.
Apologies for not properly introducing myself. I'm Theodore. Theodore Collins.
When you apologize for not introducing yourself after you say that, he kind of laughs. No, I'm no longer one for such strict manners. I don't behead people like I used to. He kind of gives a hearty laugh at that. But as you were saying, Theo.
Sorry, I'm just... Okay. Yes, I'm more of a connected digital type, you know? Prefer more working with the computers, that stuff. I know it's rare with Kindred, but...
The interwebs. I have heard. Yes. I am trying to learn myself. It is a noble pursuit.
Thank you. As is yours. Are you the only contortionist here?
He stands up a little straighter. He looks very proud of himself. Yes, actually, I am. I have a very special way of doing my tricks. As you have heard me say before, if you're going to do anything, you might as well do it correctly. Go all in, as they say. He leans in a little closer. I turn my joints into gelatin.
Go big or go home, yeah.
Yes, and I do plan to go as big as I can, well, as small as I can.
I see.
Suppose that is my job.
So, right.
He looks very pleased at that joke.
What time are your shows? Maybe I'll stop by sometime.
My shows, I typically go on for about an hour for starting. He goes through a brief timetable, and since I feel like that would be a lot to remember, it basically does place him as at least working, or he should have been working at the time that Danny saw Gabe the other
As
night.
alibi.
Oh.
Got it.
So I'm assuming that your show went better than mine did last night.
It was your first night. There were bound to be some hiccups. But nowhere to go but up, as they say.
Yeah, but I also remember the thing they say about the pedestals.
He looks a little
I
confused.
am also confused.
The higher the pedestal, the higher the fall.
Ah, smart words for someone who works at a circus. Truly. Looks very contemplative and nods.
For someone who works at a circus. We all do, but okay.
Go near cloud.
Anyway, thanks again for helping us out with the show tonight. That's real nice of you.
Of course, I would be more than happy to help any kindred in need.
Any kindred, you say?
Oh my gosh, this dude's just trying to be nice.
Like a certain Emilio, where were you in the night?
We've already got the alibi. God, calm down.
Fuck.
Okay, let's go on to... you guys are gonna get to your tent and spend a little bit of time setting up. Is there anything else you would like to ask for now before we change scenes? I'll take that as a no. So I guess
No.
moving on to Danny and Gabe.
Alright.
Or if there is, we can come back and take it later. Danny
I
and
asked
Gabe.
for a social security number.
The last 3 digits of his
Hey,
credit
honestly,
card.
if you give a good enough reason.
Hey, look, the circus needs your help, and all I need is your credit card number, the 3 digits on the back, and the expiration date.
So, Gabe and Danny, you both are going to go ahead to talk with Melanie Roberts.
Yeah, I will say, Danny did bring Bruce today.
Oh, delightful.
Yeah.
Amazing.
So I think you can see,
Bruce!
so you can see Bruce, like he's like kind of walking through the thing, and yeah, like Bruce is like this, kind of like a mid-sized like pit bull, right? Black fur, right? Very kind of solidly built as pit bulls are. Like, you know, he's not like one of those like super big like fucking mastiff dogs, like, but he's like decent sized, right? Mm-hmm. But you can see like his collar is like fucking almost an inch thick, right?
Oh.
Like around the thing, and it's got like industrial strength, like a length of chain is like what he's walking him with
Oh.
over like the collar, right?
Interesting.
I mean, that's a question. Does Gabe ask about that
I think,
as we're walking there?
does your dog like petting, or should I just kind of steer clear?
Yeah, Danny looks over. Oh, him? Oh, yeah, he's an absolute doll.
Well,
You
what's
can scratch him
with
behind the ears if you want.
What's with the extra security, so to speak?
Oh, this? And he like raises up the chain. Well, you see, I ghouled him, so you know he has a modicum of power, kindred power from that. Let me put it this way: it's hard for most materials to contain holding back a dog with supernatural power when it bolts to go after a squirrel.
Uh-huh.
Last 5 collars I tried snapped.
So, is there any risk of losing a hand if I approach?
No, not
Rude.
at all. He's fine. Loves people, in fact. He kind of moves the chain over to bring Bruce closer to you.
Alright, Gabe's gonna like very cautiously approach Bruce and offer a hand. And then give a little scratch, maybe?
Hell yeah. Bruce loves it.
Gabe like visibly relaxes. He's like been very tense this whole time. He's just...
honestly,
He
understandable.
finds Danny intimidating, and he finds Bruce intimidating too.
Yeah.
Yeah. Danny like smiles, right? And he's like, yeah, don't worry. No, he wouldn't do anything like bite unless I told him to.
All right. Well, I appreciate you not telling him to, then.
No kidding. Besides, I thought it'd be a good day to bring him. I mean, we're gonna get more into investigating today, so I figured if there's a chance that there might be some violence, it's gonna be today.
True.
Good to have the extra security.
Yeah. The extra, what, nose? Can he smell?
He can smell just fine, yeah.
Okay.
He's not dead like us.
Gotcha.
Though, God, he should be. Let's see. Like Danny seems to think for a second. I think he's 25 by now.
Like years?
Yeah.
Like human years, not dog years.
Danny snaps Ray's fingers. I always forget you don't know this stuff. So, ghouling is when you feed a human your blood. It gives them supernatural powers. And also, it stops them from aging. Or at least, rather, it slows it down.
Uh-huh.
They're ghouls that serve, they're like whole ghoul families that serve kindred. And those people live to be like 160.
Wow. So how long do you expect Bruce to be with you then?
I don't know. I mean, he's in pretty good shape as it is. Feed him good, so shrugs.
All right.
The 5-10 years, maybe, something. I don't know. This is the first time I've done this, so we'll have to see.
Interesting. Was it hard to? I'm sorry, this is just curiosity now. Was it hard to get him to drink your blood? Am I
Shrugs.
understanding this?
Not really, but a dog will lick pretty much anything you put in front of it. It's curious. He makes a gesture. He kind of makes a gesture where he makes a slicing gesture across his hand, right? Just cut my hand, put it up to him. It's as simple as that.
Well, that's a little upsetting to imagine, but I'm glad it worked out for you.
He shrugs, but then he looks over.
Are you sure you don't need some help? It seems like you have some trouble keeping the blood inside your body sometimes. At least in the places where it's supposed to be.
He shrugs. It doesn't really matter. I mean, what? I lose some blood, so what? And I drink more. It's not like it really matters to me.
Well, yeah, but ideally you don't have a leaky cauldron, right? You got a nice...
My blood can stay inside me just fine, thank you.
Oh, all right.
Okay. I don't...
Danny narrows his eyes at this point as he's told said, you know, you got me curious about something too.
Yeah? What's that?
I mean, I remember back at the fight, you got all upset about me draining that wacko.
Yeah?
Well, you didn't drink then, and I doubt that you're the type, based on everything you said, to go and pick up crackheads in the alleyway for a drink. And I don't think you're the type of guy that goes to the club much either. How the hell do you feed?
Well... How best to put this? I have a group of worshipers at my church who donate.
You feed off your congregation.
it's
Wait,
sort
what
of
do you mean
a-
they? What do you mean they donate? What do they put it in? They put it in bags for you? They give you a
It's-
little doggy bag for snacks?
No. Come on now, that's not fair. They well, it's sort of like a well, God damn it, I'm spacing on the word. I can only think of baptism, that's not Earth word. Sorry. Communion, thank you. Well, it's like a sort of communion, basically. I can look. There are legitimate practice. These are legitimate practices that have been practiced for a long time within the church.
Oh yeah, no, you're right. Kindred have been church for ages, but god damn, that's a new one. You actually convinced these people that this is something holy.
Well,
I mean, I gotta hand it to you, Gabe. That's fucking genius.
I mean, it is.
Because I think Danny's definitely assuming that like you conned them into this like knowingly, right?
Yeah.
But you're like, he stops like, what?
But it is a sacrament. It's part of the absolution of the sins of the body.
You know, I went to church a good amount in life, even after death.
Oh yeah, what denomination?
You know, Catholic. You know, people in my profession are supposed to keep a good face, yeah? And of course, growing up, I don't remember anything about that in the Bible.
Well, different denominations have different editorializing. Like, you know, like you're a Catholic, right? You're probably used to, what are they called? There's some books that are part of the Bible for the Catholic Church, and they're not considered part of the Bible for some Protestant churches, for example. I'm blanking on the names right now, but all kinds of things like that. It's all sorts of pick and choose. If you really want to look, there's a lot of, like, you know, the four Gospels, right? There's your...
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, John. So there's Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John. There's also plenty of other Gospels out there that just never got, quote-unquote, canonized by the church authorities of the day.
Church canon.
Yeah, okay.
Bannon.
Sure.
It's all a matter of perspective.
Whatever you want to say, whatever you want to say. If it helps you keep moving, I can't blame you for it. And
All right, then.
by the way, I ain't Catholic no more. Not from a lack of belief, but I stick to documents that are strictly relevant. And God sure ain't relevant to us no more.
Speak for yourself. I see God in everything that happens. Well,
Yeah, but the question I'd ask you is, does he see you?
I mean, God is omniscient, so yes.
Gabe, this is your edgy bullshit.
He's got you there. He's got you there. That's
Fucking Dan hits him with a philosophical thought. It just fucking bounces off.
Gabe is immune.
it's
Look, this man is
can-
very steady in his faith.
Yeah, no kidding. Danny's actually talking to a fucking brick wall. Holy shit.
but how can you tell that God is like there, Gabe? By looking. It's a fucking engineered versus philosopher's comic from SMBC.
Yeah. Dan like shakes his head. Yeah, you say like speak for yourself, right? Unfortunately, I do speak for myself. Man, this whole damn society, if you can call it that, barely counts as one. Anyway, I think we're about here, though. And he like kind of turns around into the tent.
Yeah. What's the plan of attack? You want to do the talking or should I talk?
All right, that's good. look, just act natural, all right? We're just, we're just some coworkers trying to ingratiate ourselves.
Sure.
Trying to figure out what to do since, at least my last act didn't go very well.
Well, yeah.
And yeah, so I guess we walk in. So we would have probably figured this out before. What does she do at the circus? Julian?
Melanie is actually known, from the rundown that you guys have been able to find, Melanie seems to work in the haunted house section. So as you turn into this tent, it is a very bizarre thing because you step inside and it seems infinitely larger. If anyone says the TARDIS, I'm legally allowed to kill you. But you step inside and it seems almost like a haunted mansion instead of the inside of a tent. Yeah, the ground might still be dirt and grass and twigs, but looking around you see gorgeous candelabras from the walls, eerie paintings, and you hear organ music somewhere where you didn't hear it outside. It's a very interesting sensation of being transported into this haunted house. However, people aren't quite ready for work yet, so it's not entirely haunted. Just give it some time.
The ghost.
Right now,
the
it's
ghost
just
is working.
it's not a haunted
They
house,
haven't
it's a
heard
haunted
yet.
home.
Yeah, Danny.
It's a haunted fixer-upper.
The only ghost here is the Holy Ghost.
It's a haunted lease.
A hauntable home.
Yeah, Danny almost like kind of like
bless their spirits.
Danny almost like shivers, and he looks over at Gabe. Shit like this does give me the creeps. I went to the
You?
Tremere Chantry in New York City once, and I swear to God I'd never go in there again. Ugh.
Well, no way forward but through, right?
Guess so. And yeah, he walks forward, right? And he kind of looks around. Yo, is Melanie there?
You hear from somewhere deep inside the tent, a hallway or a room or something. Yeah, one moment, please. And after a little bit of time, out comes a woman in very heavy stage makeup. It looks like she's currently being dressed as a ghost who died in a previous life through a hanging based on the rope around her neck. But her posture is less creepy and very jaunty and energetic as she like runs up, practically skipping to you guys with her wig kind of bouncing around her head. Hey, so, I'm Melanie. She looks very confused. Who are you guys?
My name's Gabe.
I'm Danny. We're the new hires, along with a few others.
We figured we'd make the rounds, get to know some folks. You know.
Oh, okay. So it's so nice to meet you guys. She holds out a hand. I'm Melanie, although I guess you guys knew that already. Can I, like, do anything for you guys? Can I ask why you looked for me specifically? She looks kind of confused. I know I'm, like, really good in the haunted house, but I don't... Are you... Wait. She pauses. Are one of you guys the ones who slit his throat yesterday, but not from the outside, from the inside? Is that why you're here? Are you here to be scary?
That'd be him.
Danny raises a hand. Yeah, that's me. Look, my big deal is obviously my initial idea didn't go so well, so I heard you got a good gig going on here. I figured maybe I could work in this. That should be at least something I'm decent at.
Oh my gosh, yes, I love that. That sounds so cool. Where could I put you guys? She pauses. She does like a very almost over-exaggerated thinking motion where she tilts her head back and puts her finger to her mouth like she's thinking. Do you have any, like, preferences? I think she turns to Gabe. Your whole, what's Gabe wearing today, actually? I think I know, but I just want to make sure.
So was the plan that we're gonna work a shift here tonight?
Yeah, the plan is to work a shift, but it's all basically the
Well, we
plan
got
is
here
to
early.
get
Yeah.
the plan is to get close to her to figure out to basically try to catch her up if she's if there's something suspect about her.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
We're looking to investigate.
Yeah. So he is wearing, another one of those pastor shirts.
Is it a pastor joke shirt or a pastor actual serious shirt?
Oh, it's a pastor joke t-shirt.
Oh, yes. Now, this is very important for Julian specifically. Which one?
This is a plain black t-shirt. A little ill-fitting. Gabe's not a particularly large guy, so it's a very spacious t-shirt, shall we say. And in plain white font, it just says YOLO. And a little bit underneath that, it says LOL JK BRB and a little dash Jesus.
Oh, that is so bad.
God.
Then never mind on that. I think I have some ideas, but do you have anywhere that you guys would like to be? I'm currently just a general ghost, kind of running around, scaring people, haunting them. Do you have any previous experience in haunted houses? Or I mean, us being kindred, we have our own fun little stories. She kind of waves to someone walking by, kind of implying a joke there.
Yeah.
But is there anything specific? I think your dog is so cute, and I think that there's some potential there. How well trained is he?
Extremely.
Okay, great. So we could definitely work with that. She continues to do her thinking thing, looking to see if you guys have any preferences.
Well, if I might say, and he looks over at Gabe, and he gives he kind of gives you a nod when he looks at you, roll with it, right?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And he looks back. You see, Gabe here, he's real new to, not just the spooky business, but being a kindred as a whole, and this whole circus thing. So I think it'd be good if he stuck close to you, learned from the professional.
Oh, okay, of course. I would be more than happy to help him out.
I appreciate the kindness.
And yeah, again, Danny, kind of looks back again, right? Giving you a look, this is our inn, right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And yeah, he looks back. So, I could do several things. Just work around the shop. You got anything you need me to do?
I think my hands are gonna be full with Gabe. No offense, that's not a bad thing. I'm just saying, in order to help you out, of course. But I don't really know. You seem well, no, you did kind of cut your throat yesterday. Maybe you should stay nearby. You're wanting to work in the haunted house, and you want to use your cute puppy. I love him, by the way. And she just pauses and pets him.
Well,
maybe.
I got an idea.
What's up?
So it's a haunted house, right? Very Victorian mansion-like.
Yes, this section is at least. We have a few others, but.
He says, "Well, if you got that," he kind of rattles the chain, and then how does it sound? Maybe at the beginning of the act, an undead watchman with his old reliable dog back from the grave, patrolling the haunted rooms.
Oh my gosh, I love that. Oh, that is so perfect. And then if you catch them, you can just chase them for a bit. Oh my gosh, that's so clever. I love it.
There we go. Now we're on to something.
It's very, very Resident Evil vibes. I love it. Very good.
Well, I think we got a plan then.
Excellent. So, just come with me. I'll help you guys get into costume and, show you around. And are you guys gonna have someone else do your makeup, or are you gonna try to do your makeup?
Definitely have someone else do it.
What? Don't you want to attempt a couple of roles?
Danny's done trying to DIY his circus acts. It didn't work out the first time.
Okay. And Gabe, are you trying to do your makeup or?
So where in the haunted house is Melanie gonna be hanging out again? Sorry.
She is going to be hanging out mostly in kind of the bedroomy areas as a ghost who hung herself.
Okay. Also, not to be that dude, but it would technically be hanged and not hung.
Hanged?
Yeah.
She works as a ghost who hanged herself.
She worked as a
Someone
ghost
post
who
the
was
Sherlock
hung.
gif.
I don't know this.
On
my
Twitter,
mind
add
is
us on
free
Twitter,
of that
everyone.
sin.
She works as a ghost who was hung. It's
Oh my gosh.
Oh, so
Ghost who
Mr.
was hung.
I'm gonna cry.
Anyway.
Comes rounding. I don't know.
Makeup.
Okay.
Yeah, Gabe doesn't have a ton of experience with makeup, so he's gonna let someone else take the lead there.
So, good to know. Thank you. I was gonna make you roll, and I was kind of hoping, but I respect that. So, you all are going to get ready for your acts for the evening. We're gonna pause there and move to Patrick and Erica, who are currently gonna go look for Anthony and Jay.
Yes.
I mean, they ought to take
Yes.
us to dinner first, at least.
Sorry. Please.
Now, Patrick is a very virtuous young feller. Me, on the other hand.
She wears. She only wears. She wears skirts that don't cover her ankles. Come on.
Oh no.
This is my femme
What a
fatale
temper.
skirt.
Okay, so could I please, while you do know where Jay works, which for reference here is going to be the House of Mirrors.
Ooh.
Anthony, you have a general idea,
Yeah.
but I would like for you to please roll perception plus. I was about to say perception again because of D&D,
Yes.
but
I rolled double
that is not-
perception.
double perception. Perception plus. Would it be alertness or would it be like investigation? Probably alertness.
If I'm just trying to spot
Perception
it,
plus
yeah.
alertness. Yeah, you're just trying to spot him in the hustle and bustle of people getting ready.
Yeah, I doubt hearing well will help here, right? Or would it?
No.
Yeah. It's more.
Actually, I would say yes if you're trying to pick up on the sound of his voice.
Oh shit, Trevere
six successes.
spotted.
Jesus.
Definitely odd
That
6.
spread.
Damn.
I
Oh, so
6 successes.
And that's a failure for me. I think Erica's just canonically bad with directions by now.
yeah, Erica, not only do you not know this man that you're looking for, you also still don't know this circus that well yet. So you get turned around pretty easily, but Patrick is able to catch on to. It sounds like Anthony seems to
memorized the
be
map by
talking
now.
with someone.
He has a little pamphlet in his fanny pack.
Aw, I love that.
Oh, sorry, Patrick.
I think you mean his fanny pack.
No, you're good, Doc. You're good. You don't even know Anthony yet, so it's understandable. I think he's talking to someone over there. I'm pretty sure I hear his voice over here.
Yes, you come up on the pair talking, and when they notice that you're approaching them, they seem to quickly stop, but not in like a, oh, you guys are coming quick, we gotta be hush hush, but in a bit more nonchalant, where it's like, hey, what's up, guys? Hey, Patrick, right?
Yeah, Anthony. Hi. Hi, Sam.
Nice. Hey,
This is Dr. Walters. Sam.
Oh,
my
doctor.
boss.
He straightens.
Yeah.
He straightens
Oh,
himself
that's
up.
all,
a lot.
that's quite all right. You could just call me Erica. It's nice to meet you, Anthony. And Miss Samantha.
Oh, Dr. Erica, yes, nice to meet you too. He shakes your hand, very firmly grasp it, very prim and proper. And Samantha seems like she doesn't quite know what to do with herself. She also follows Anthony's straightening up of the posture and shaking your hand very professionally. Hi, Miss Dr. Erica. Nice to meet you. I'm Samantha. I mostly work with the animal section.
Yes, I think you guys saw each other the other day when you were talking with Tristan, right? Remember? We went to talk with Tristan and...
Yeah, but like, we didn't introduce ourselves. I didn't know she was like a doctor.
Oh, no, yeah. She's pretty good.
Erica's like
So,
blushing.
anyways. So I was actually, it's actually good I see you here, Sam. I was interested in checking out the House of Mirrors. The dog here had some ideas to, and we wanted to give that a look. We know that, what is his name? Something Morgan, I think. Jake Morgan or something like that.
Oh, Jay.
Yes,
Yeah.
Him. I think he works there. We wanted to, talk to him. But we don't really know the guy, and I'm honestly just, kind of nervous about talking to him. I don't know. I wanted to check with Anthony here, who I already know, but you guys have worked here for longer than I have.
She looks kind of confused, and she and Anthony kind of share a look. Not like it's bad or anything. I'm glad you're trying to get to know your colleagues better, but why are you wanting to talk with Jay? What did he do something? I don't...
Sorry, do you have an idea?
Well, you see, I was hoping to rope him into getting his first aid qualifications. You see, there's nobody in his area that has their proper first aid training through the Red Cross, and I was hoping to sponsor him to get his proper training so he can keep that district of the circus safe. Is that bullshit enough?
Could you please give me manipulation plus subterfuge here?
I'm so good at both of those things.
Does she get a lower off because she's a doctor and people trust her?
Oh, wait a minute, actually. Herbert.
Not necessarily.
So I have a skill called Friendly Face that does give me a -1 difficulty and appropriate social-based roles.
I'm sorry, could you repeat that, please?
It's called Friendly Face. It gives -1 difficulty in appropriate social-based roles, including seduction. And mind you, I am wearing my femme fatale skirt.
100%.
Isn't that the one that goes to the knees?
That's what I'm saying. 100%. Erica's femme fatale skirt is like a normal office skirt, and like not
like
even
a
a
pencil
particularly
skirt.
showy one.
No, yeah, 100%.
It shows half the calf, mind you.
Oh, jeez.
You can practically see the 3-layered pantyhose that I'm wearing.
3 layers of panty. I can't even do one.
That's
The 3
it's
layers
October.
of pantyhose. Now, here's the thing. Are they all different colors, or
I
are
was
they
going to
one?
ask how Erica's circulation is, but then I realized.
Yeah.
Yeah.
truly, this is a feat that only a kindred could pull off.
I would say, since this is the first meeting of Samantha, yes, this would be a good time to use Friendly Face.
1 success.
Excellent. With 1 success, they kind of look between each other. He's in the House of Mirrors, and honestly, he's probably, like, he'll be willing to do it. He's just kind of, like... They kind of pause for a moment, trying to debate on what word works best before they come up with... He's just there. No one really knows much about him. So I'm sure like, he seems really happy to help out, and I think that's kind of why he's here, because they're at the House of Mirrors, because that's kind of like the most understaffed area. So that, I mean, he'll probably be okay with doing it. Just like, be chill, I guess. Don't be weird. I don't.
Oh no. Patrick internally, oh no. Wait.
Oh, not to worry, folks. I've got plenty of the chills.
I mean, you're kindred, so.
Got like 90s anime villain vibes.
That makes me so happy.
I can do that. Oh!
Yes.
Yes!
Yeah.
Oh,
I did
totally.
the little hand thing.
Wonderful.
I love that.
I'm sorry, I can't.
Okay. So, is there anything else you want to talk with Anthony or Samantha about?
Well, you can't really invite a kindred over for beers after work, right? So it's a moot point on that sound. And to Samantha, I will say like, oh, by the way, Sam, could we maybe practice a little bit of like tricks before the presentation today? I kind of don't want to get caught in the same spot as last time.
She looks happy at that. Yeah, of course. I'd be more than happy to walk through some things with you.
Nice, thanks.
Anytime. They kind of like wave you off as you guys leave.
Oh, wait, before we walk away
yes.
from him, Erica's going to do one more thing. She's going to show them her embroidered portrait of Gabe that she carries around because she doesn't know how to use her phone.
She embroiders though.
No, I'm just kidding. I'm just
So
kidding.
much
I have an actual-
effort.
Holy shit.
Don't worry, I'm working on all of you. No, she's gonna show them the vine that her and Gabe.
She deleted
wait,
it
she
or
didn't
did record
record
it.
that.
Yeah, canonically.
Canonically, she didn't hit record.
Canonically.
Canonically.
Okay, yeah. So she is going to show her embroidered
Oh my gosh.
portrait of Gabe. No, she's not. She's gonna show them a picture.
Okay.
It's not in the Irish voice. It's not completely canon.
Okay.
Yeah, she's just gonna show a picture of Pastor Gabe. By the way, I'm just wondering, have you seen this good feller around? I've noticed he's not staying at his first aid station, and I've been wanting to tell him he's got to stay in certain places. Have you noticed him wandering around where he's not supposed to?
Fuck. Erica putting the bolo out on Gabe.
Yeah, for real.
You know, I bullshit a lot for someone with as low manipulation rules as I have.
It's the English major vibes. So
I'm also sometimes more honest than someone with high manipulation should be.
and I'm
Hey, you know when to lie.
yeah.
And how to do it, and I appreciate that. So with that, when you ask, Samantha says that she hasn't seen him, and is actually like, oh, wasn't he like with you guys last night? I don't... But Anthony at one point kind of pipes up, actually, I have seen him wandering around sometimes. I thought he was supposed to work at the carnival barking station with the guns last night. I thought I saw him there. But when I went on my break, and that was definitely before his, I saw him, he kind of motions at the other end of the park. Down there, it looked like he was a little thirsty, so I like directed him to the cocoa place, but he didn't really seem to take me up on that offer. He shrugs.
I knew it.
Julian, just would Patrick know if the employee breaks are locked in the computers systems?
In terms of mandated breaks, union mandated, the clown union.
Cloud Union.
Yes, they should in
15
theory
minutes
be
every 4
clocked.
hours, right?
Okay, then that's something to ask to Theodore, because I don't think just asking. So, at what time did you took your break would be, chill.
Okay, anything else?
No, I think we're good
Excellent.
to go meet Jay, who's just sort of there.
Thank you both for your help. I really don't want to have to go to Tristan about this, so I'd like to talk to him myself about keeping to his proper post.
At that, Samantha kind of snorts like, ugh. Yeah, she kind of gives you a sympathetic look. Sweetie, there's so many things that we wish he would do, but he's just... And you hear Anthony like, hey, cut that out. He's under a lot of stress. It's not fair to be hounding him like this. And they both start to like devolve into a bit of an argument, as if you guys almost aren't there. And I'm assuming that's kind of when you take your leave.
Yeah, I will kind of keep an ear as we drift off to see if I pick up anything interesting there.
Oh, you absolutely do. You get some tea of
I get some juicy details.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, the tea of... It seems that Samantha is pushing for Tristan to do something about Tabitha. She does mention at one point, listen, nobody even likes Tabitha. It's clear that she's just like a fucking puppet, and I don't know why everyone is acting like they're okay with it. And Anthony's just trying to calm her down and have her be like, listen, if he does this now, or if he doesn't have enough support from literally anyone outside of this circus, he's not gonna win, he's not gonna do anything.